Hi, welcome to FilmmakerIQ.com. Today we're going to look at how to light for film noir. The concept of lighting for film noir is a deep and complicated topic, but it's a great subject for modern filmmakers. Film noir was created by filmmakers who were bound by their budgets and their technology, but they weren't limited in their talents, and that makes this an excellent starting point for studying lighting. A common thread of film noir lighting is low-key lighting, a style called chiaroscuro in the art world. Chiaroscuro emphasizes shadow and harsh lighting to create a sense of depth and volumes in paintings. Now, cinematographers working in the classic film noir era sought to do the exact same thing, trying to overcome a bland flatness that bright black and white photography could have if there's not much contrast. So let's turn to the traditional three-point lighting setup. That is the fundamental system all filmmakers learning how to light will start with. We'll talk about the three-point lighting system in regards to lighting a face, mainly for terminology, as noir setups can use fewer or considerably more than 3 lights. The first and most important light on a set is the key light. This is usually the brightest and most dominant light of the setup, and that's why it's called the key light. Complementing the key light is the fill light, which is usually placed opposite of the key light to fill in the shadows left by the key light. The final light of the three-point setup is the backlight. Now this light adds an outline that separates the subject from the background. In film noir, the most prominent lights in the three-point lighting setup are going to be strong key lights and very strong backlights. Fill lights are not as dominant, as we want to exaggerate the contrast to create that low-key look, but having a little bit of fill will lend something interesting to your shadows. Now, film noir generally uses hard lights. The hardness or softness of a light is the type of shadow it creates. Hard lights leave sharp-edged shadows. This is created by a single point source of light, where the light rays are more or less emanating from a single point in space. Now think of it as a bare halogen bulb. Now, soft lights leave a fuzzy shadow and are created by a larger area of light, where the light rays are being scattered about in different directions, coming from many different points in space. Think of it as like a frosted bulb or a compact fluorescent. Now, hard shadows almost define the film noir look, be it the alternating patterns of dark and light slashes from a Venetian blinds to the silhouette of a man running down an alleyway. Soft lighting is used more conservatively, often for glamorizing female characters. Now, to determine where to put your light, here's a tip from John Alton, the director of photography on The Big Combo. He suggests using a test lamp, which I have created simply by attaching a work lamp with a light bulb to the end of a boom pole. With this test lamp, you can walk around the set and test different lighting directions and see how they look before you actually move your lighting fixtures into place. Now, since shadows are so essential to film noir, let's talk about a few of the tools often used to shape light and shadow. The first, which you see over and over again, are cucullores, often called cookies. Now, these are cutouts of wood, metal, plastic, or anything that cast a pattern shadow, say like a Venetian blind pattern. Now, cookies go between the light fixture and the subject. They're available commercially in all different kinds of patterns, but it's also easy to make your own. Very similar to cookies are gobos, short for go before optics. These are cutouts made of metal or glass that go inside the light fixture, between a light source and a lens. They can cast a perfectly crisp shadow, but they require a specialized light that has a projection lens. Moving beyond the basic three-point lighting setup, there's one light in film noir that gets a lot of play, and that's the eye light. Used in non-film noir productions to add reflections to the eyes, film noir often isolates this light by illuminating only the eyes and the brow to get a dramatic look. Now, you can do this in a couple different ways. You can use flags, which are like solid cookies that don't light any light through, and place them so they block all but the intended light right around the eyes and the brow. Or you can also use barn doors. These are leaves that attach to your light fixtures and they act like mini flags. We've only touched on the surface of noir lighting. The rest can be learned by studying the cinematography of the masters, from Nicholas Musoraka's German expressionist lighting in Stranger on the Third Floor, to John F. Seitz's polished studio noir look in Double Indemnity, to John Alton's dark but creative lighting placement in The Big Combo, or the lively location lighting of Russell Meddy on Touch of Evil. Now look for the sources of the light. How much contrast is there between the key and the fill? And where is that backlight? How is that positioned? Let these things inspire you in your own productions and go out and make something great. I'm John Hess. I'll see you over at filmmakeriq.com.